What's up, guys, and welcome back for another replay review. This one is going to be a game of it's myself as the deli versus our opponent over on the other side, Jal2612, playing as the House of Lancaster, and we are playing on Gorge. Still seeing a ton of House of Lancaster on the ladder yet. Thought maybe that would tail off as the weeks go on, but so far a lot of that, a lot of Knights Templar. It's still having fun, just trying different strategies, seeing different things that players are doing as House of Lancaster, and then trying some different things against them with different civs too. Played a handful of games recently as deli. Check out the spawns. Pretty decent spawn for us. We're not too concerned. I'm not really expecting any early aggression. We got the gold in the back, berries in the front. We did run into a scout. He kind of paused and went back the other way. We're not quite sure where he's at the moment, but we're just going to scout this side. Take a look at his side. Pretty good spawn for what he's probably going to try to do as well. If he's going to go with the keep landmark and try to drop manners. He's got the stone in the gold. They're going to be pretty well protected. And then looks like deer pretty well mirrored on the map too. One that's just off to the side, and then one that's way up on the edge of the map. Not likely we're going to trade on this map in this matchup, but trade posts aren't real advantageous either. Let's see if we spot that. We do spot it. Do we get it? No. Alright, a little unfortunate that we missed that one, but most of my gameplay against House of Lancaster and some of the last uploads that I've posted have been just early feudal aggression. I'll drop the blacksmith first, get the siege engineering, try to ram them down. Now, I did play against a couple players that defended that pretty well. Let's see where his scout is. He's got 7 sheep so far. We're at 4, and we missed at least 1. I don't know if we... Oh, 2 more just in the dark. Darn. So yeah, we're going to try something a little different this game. Now, Jal, he's a good player. I've played against him a handful of times. He's conquered last season. He's already played like 170 games this season, so quite a bit. Looks like he mixes it up a little bit too. I know he plays French real well. But we're going to try to see if we just go into a fast castle, if that will be enough to beat the boom, the manor boom. So we're just going to age up with our Dome of the Faith. Just pretty standard age up for us. We should get there. I'm not sure if they changed something this season, but it seems like we're gathering food a little faster, and the age up's coming in a little quicker as well. But we should get there probably before 4:15 this time. And you can see he's going up with the Lancaster Castle. So as expected, he's aging up with 3. We're aging up with 4. He's already got 3 on the stone. And he's taking wood so that he can drop the manners right away. Now we are scouting around the side that he has already been. Yeah, he did pretty well with sheep this time. He's got 11. We, I think, came home with 5 extra. We'll see if we ever circle back and find these up here. So, once we get to age 2, we're still going to drop a stable and pop out a couple Gazis just to kind of feign aggression. But once we get to 6 on wood here, we're going to start going to food and gold. So we can start working our way towards castle as well. And we'll see how he plays it here. Yeah, really good for him on sheep. And remember, he starts with a couple extra sheep as well. I think they start with 2 extra sheep. Alright, so they're up. And good timing by him. First manor's down, so he's not going to have to build a house. And he's got a lumber camp coming down. He's got 3 on stone. That's where you want to be. He'll have another 100 by the time he's got 200 wood. Alright, and then we are up. So we're going to queue up scholars, queue up sanctity, all of our technologies. I want to get professional scouts here as well. Alright, we got the stable coming down. And what did he do? Okay, so we spot the age up. All his sheep. Interesting. Okay, so we got stables coming down. We did rally a couple to wood here. I might realize what we're doing and shift that a little bit. I don't know where all his sheep went. Interesting. So he's scouting us. Let's see. He's got a second manor coming up. No production out of him just yet. Our first Ghazi's on the field. Still queuing up scholars. Oh, there they are. They're on the top side. He's still scouting. Where are we? We're here. Now we're going to send the first Ghazi and just try to maybe disrupt this a little bit. Cause a little idle time. I don't want to lose this guy. Alright, first blacksmith coming in. You can see we now moved off wood over to gold. Now we're going to start plowing into food. And we should have free reign at the sacred sites as well, right? Nope, we gotta run. Oh, the TC comes in. Yikes. So, pretty rough there just to lose that first Ghazi for absolutely nothing. Got a little close to the TC fire, which... interesting that that reached that far. It looks like it should be out of range, right? Usually it's out of range on this map. Like ours is a little ways out there. Yep, so that one, now we cause a little bit of idle time. We don't lose him. We can always run back and heal up, so no big deal. Drop off that last sheep. We'll take a look on his side. Still no production. He's actually, looks like he's gearing for an age up as well. He's not teched up to the condensed land practices, so you can get the extra manors. So he's just got 3 for now and a ton of gold. And it looks like he's going to age up. No units. Alright, we've still got just the one Ghazi that's out there right now. We just should be moving out here shortly with, yep, scholars. We're going to take the sacred sites. And we're going to try to make a push towards castle ourselves. So he's a little closer than us, but once we have the sacred sites, our gold's going to start piling up as well. He's going to use that scout to try to delay the sacred site. I do still have the Ghazi that's on the field. So we should be able to snag all 3 of these pretty quickly. Alright, he is just about there, overgathered on gold, just a touch. Maybe he's going to take that age up, or the tech up. Let's go back to our base. So we'll take textiles, just because it is free. I could probably hold off on that right now and just take another bill. But you can see now we are jumping up pretty quickly with our res so that we can age up. These guys are going to move out on the berries. Now I want to age up with my wood bills so that once we do get there, we'll have some resources to start pumping some units. Now that we've gotten these, we're going to go ahead and move our scholars around, get into position for the relics. And with no units, he's not going to have much to contest this. He's actually aging up on the south side near this big gold. He's going to opt for the white tower. Not a typical choice these days, I don't think. I know a lot of times they'll go with the, forget the name, but the landmark that gives you the additional technologies. So they've got some pretty good unique text there. We're just about there as well. So he's aging up with 12. You can see we're 1, 2, 3. Got one here. And then just this last relic in the back. So we should have a pretty good chance to snag all 3 of those. I don't think we've scouted this just yet. We have not. Alright, he's going with barracks initially. Interesting. Alright, so we are aging up in the back. We're aging up with 12 as well off the gold. And off the woods, we still have gold coming in from the sacred sites. Alright, and he is up, and immediately he's going to queue up Earl's Guards. Okay. That's essentially men-at-arms. They do throw the daggers, so they get a little bit of a early attack from range before they engage. Okay, and he's got a lot of these on the field already. Let's see, up to 5. Okay, so we're up. You're going to see all of our tech start plowing through up here. And we're also going to start taking the relics. There you go. You see that A little bit of damage coming in. Let's see if we can grab these guys. Oh, he's gonna try to kill it. We will take those with 4 HP left. Love to see it. Oh, and he gets the scholar. But damage is done. Wow, we missed a lot of sheep up here. Okay, we do have 3 of these coming in. 4 and 5 are here for the taking. Not sure what happened there, we got stuck. So he's really leaning heavy just into these men-at-arms right now. Which we don't mind seeing, because we're castle also. We're gonna have knights, we're gonna have crossbows. So we've got a little bit of 1-1-1 going back here. I don't have scholars queued up in those yet. We do have technologies coming in. I could use another blacksmith. I do have the wood for it right now. Pro Scouts is in. You can see we're stacking up our deer. So we have plenty of sheep, plenty of berries to get us to castle, and without any units on the map, nothing really to slow us down as far as food. And now the Pro Scouts are coming in as well. I think that should be last one's from the top side. I have not scouted. Yep, we just scouted these deer, so those are on the way now as well. First elephant on the field. I did switch this to income per minute. So we only have 1 sacred site at the moment. Right, big engagement. So we lose another scholar, but we take a pretty good engagement there. He's still just heavy into these men-at-arms. Any other production from him yet? He's got a couple of monasteries out. Okay, so he's going to try to contest the sacred sites. There are no more relics to get. Alright, he's on the gold down here. Now we can wall up with our infantry, so we'll start trying to secure the map and then reestablish control of these sacred sites. Just take a quick peek at our map. I'm just rallied to wood and then kind of dispersing from there. Both blacksmiths are working. Get those eco techs. Those haven't started coming in yet. Did take out his monk here. And we're feeling pretty good about this. Let's see if he's now going into the technology that will allow to get additional manners. I don't think... Yeah, so he hasn't popped the demi-lancers yet either. Now, we do have speed with cavalry. Letting him get away with moving out and taking this food here a bit. We're just trying to secure up our side first. If we can grab what will now be... Yep, we have all 5 of the relics with 3 sacred sites. That's going to be pretty tough for him to compete with, unless he drops another CC. But even with, if he has 9 manners here, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape, but that's what I want to find out. Alright, pretty good mass, catches us out of position. We're moving the other way to stop that. Now we're going to have to rotate all the way back around to this side, which, if anything is a disadvantage with the elephant, is that, our movement speed. So we got to try to make that work for us. Alright, do we have... Alright, eco techs are now coming in, so we didn't wait too long on that. We've got... So we lose him. He's got a pretty good mass back here. We just want to make sure we don't let that do any damage. He doesn't move too quickly, so we should be okay. You see, military numbers still in our favor. Military value very much in our favor. Alright, now we see him. So we're just trying to track him down here. We're going to pull off the berries. I got plenty of food under the TC for now. Need to queue up some vills. A little bit of idle time. Still something crazy it is. I still struggle with that a little bit. Alright, pulling up the rest of the way. And he's stuck at this point. Okay, we don't have this all the way walled in. We're trying to keep sure he just doesn't sneak in on this wood line and pick up some cheap vill kills. He does still have a scout running around. But Again, we're feeling pretty good about this position. We're gonna now establish control of all the sacred sites again. We're almost finished walling this off. And if we can catch this army out, that's gonna be very favorable for us. Just look at all the free techs rolling in here. I will say, I think that Delhi is gonna be very, very, very strong this season. Wouldn't be surprised to see them very high up on the win rates in the first release of AOE 4 World when they released the statistics. Also wouldn't be surprised to see some more updates to potential nerfs to them. With Pro Scouts being gone, I think that they are going to be really, really good. In my limited experience so far against Knights Templar and House of Learning, or House of Lancaster, they've been pretty good. But again, we're still figuring a lot of things out. And so far, where are we at here? So he did tech up, so he's now getting his 7th, 8th, and 9th manners. Stop, we gotta keep chasing. So he did get through the wall. He's gonna make it out without losing too much. But we're still in pursuit. Where's the rest of, okay, here's the rest of his army. So we gotta be a little careful here as well. That's a lot of spears. A lot of spears, and we have a lot of cav in front. Yep, so now I'm aware that this is going on here too, so I'm trying to pull back and not get myself caught in a bad spot. But we got a lot of units coming in behind. You can kind of split us, or we can kind of sandwich him, depending on how it goes. Alright, so we got an engagement. We're going to pull the Knights and just try to run around and find somewhere to raid. Men at Arms are going to trade really, really well here. Then we got crossbows in the back line. This is actually a really good fight for us. We got Men at Arms tanking and then crossbows in the back just mowing down. But we need to start kiting and kind of get these together. Okay, there we go. A little bit of movement, and that goes really well in our favor. And then Knights are now in his tree line. We're going to start picking up some build kills. Missed this. No, we gotta run. There you go. That is a lot of arrows that they're eating. Do we have our... I don't have +2 just yet. The rest of our army still kind of rolling in behind. Let's take inventory here. Okay, we got our farm transition coming through. He does not. He does not need it yet. He's got the 9 manners rolling still. That's where we find where he's on his gold. So we check the top side. He's not there. He's got the white tower on this. Ooh, and he's on these deer. So we see all this happening. We're going to try to rotate towards that. We're housed again. Right, pull a scholar or two so we can heal up our army. And then we're just going to try to rotate back around towards where all the action is. If we look at income per minute right now, so he's got the 9 manners, and we're even on bills. You can see we're actually way ahead with 3 sacred sites, 5 relics. Yeah, pretty good margin that we're ahead. He has no eco upgrades at the moment. And we have all of tier 1, all of tier 2 on eco, it looks like, with wheelbarrow. He doesn't even have wheelbarrow yet. And then we have tier 2 blacksmith upgrades still on the way in. Floating a lot of gold now. Do we have a market? We do have a market. Okay, and we are a Q and scholar, so perfect. Love to see it. Again, we're going to rotate around, try to check some of the gold. Really should have been able to punch this. I'm not sure if I even... Yeah, I don't think I even saw that. Alright, we're in a pretty good spot here. We can probably start thinking about Imp. I'm not sure if that's where he is. Looks like he's still killing up units. We're queuing up units. He has no idea where we're at right now, so. Alright, little wall there to try to secure those deervilles. He's got a ton on gold. So if we look at, he's got 15 on gold, we've got 5. And we're still taking quite a bit more gold. So that's interesting to see. That just allows us to pour that much more into food. And he's actually got more on food than us. And we're still higher. I guess with wheelbarrow and the tier 2 food upgrades makes a huge difference there, I suppose. You can see he's kind of taking over now. He's still in the berries. Again, we missed that. Alright, here comes our army. We've got a huge military lead now as well. Not exactly sure what my plan is moving into this. Just kind of idle him out, I suppose. There's his army, so we're just going to try to fight. We got a lot of armored units. We don't mind too much being under these single arrow fires. Yeah, we do have tier 2 ranged armor. Ooh, he's got the money shot on my crossbows. He just doesn't have enough of these guys yet. Oh, we got another fight out front as well. These are the demi-lancers. So our armored units are going to do really well against that. We're kind of cleaning up behind here as well. So we whittled down his numbers quite a bit, but we got a lot of high value units remaining. I'm going to try to run the knights back around. Yeah, just kind of letting them get away with these vills that are out here on the map. As long as he's not taking the gold, I suppose. That's just tough. That thing garrisons 20 units. Gosh, yeah, we don't want to fight under this. But that sacred timer is ticking, so we're down to 5 minutes, and then we are aging up now with the Palace of the Sultan. Yep, we're going to put that right out front. Try to get those boys into the action. Yeah, we're going to pull our units back. We'll speed this up a bit, because I think we got a little bit of a break in the action here. Alright, and as his food is running out, he's going to have to start making his pretty painful farm transition. Unlike the English, House of Lancaster gets nothing as far as, ooh, gosh, huge money shot there. Alright, we did have some scholars to help heal, so we didn't lose quite as much as we could have, but that was a really good shot. Alright, so we're up to age 4. Again, we can start queuing up our techs. Tithe Barns is going to be a big one. Get a little extra resources for all 5 of those relics that we have. And then we're going to start dropping our keeps also. Let's try to secure up these sacred sites with 3.5 minutes left and an army advantage. It's a pretty good win condition for us. We don't want to lose this here. You see, he's actually coming away with numbers now. Oh man, huge shot. Oh. He's not going to let us get away with that cheeky wall. Good job by him. Alright. Our first cannon elephant is on the field. He doesn't really have anything that can deal well with this. Being an age behind. Oh gosh, he's out on these berries now as well. You can see now his income is really picked up. I guess with the manners really kicking in. He does have some of the eco techs now, finally. Alright, we already have a keep up this way as he's trying to rotate. I did not get, at least need to get Burning Wild here. I didn't get any of these techs. I also haven't dropped a university. Now, if this game can play out in the next minute 50, I don't know the university would have mattered. I probably wouldn't have had any techs come in just yet anyway. Alright, so this side's secured. We gotta keep in the center. Now we just need to make sure we secure this top side. So he's through, and he's got, good lord, he's got 25 bills dropping a keep. Slow this back down. Interesting fight here under the keep, and he's got more numbers. I don't think we have any of our unit upgrades yet. We have the cannon elephants, hand cannoners behind, crossbows behind. Haven't seen a money shot yet. Okay, he's picking off scholars. These elephants are on the keep. That's not where we want to. There we go. I think those are all villas that are in the keep. We'll pull away from this just a sec. So you can see we've got a decent amount of production coming down behind. I'm not sure what's going on where my units aren't queuing out of my production buildings. I'm having a really hard time with this right now. Huge money shot there. What do we got? Sacred timers at a minute. Alright, we're ticking again. We're gonna lose one. I'm trying to, again, not sure what's going on. Okay, so we got that sorted. I still can't get the barracks to create units. Yeah, there we go. Just delete it. There we go. Okay. So now, finally, we should have some units coming out. We just need to get here before this stops. We're so close. Look how crazy strong these are. There's only a few units here to take on this whole army. Under a keep. Good lord, they'll just shred everything. He's got units plowing in as well. Oh, money shot. And here they come. Now they're spamming from behind. So our eco's cooking. He's stacking a ton of gold here. He's got 26 bills on gold. Getting more of his upgrades on his units. Gosh, yeah, this range just does nothing with the 14 ranged armor. Crazy. Yeah, we fight him off again. He's got his farm transition coming through. It's looking like it's going to be a little bit late. Last keep coming up to secure the sacred site. Looks like he's going to go down with about 4 or 5k gold, unfortunately. Not sure. Yeah, it doesn't look like he even has a market. Take a quick look at the graphs. All right. Not a lot of movement with the vill count. I did miss a couple vills throughout the way there. The military counts. Yeah, we took a really good engagement here. And then just before we went H4, we kind of wiped his army. And he remassed pretty well. And then this is interesting here too. Really low numbers, but that's where we had the elephants, and then we were just kind of able to whittle him down again. Look at total resources gathered. So keep in mind, he had the 9 manners about maybe midway through that game, but versus the 3 sacred sites and the 5 relics, we still boomed past that pretty hard. And we didn't play that perfectly either, right? We could have... if we get the village fortresses a little earlier, maybe we get a few extra vills out of that too. Let's see. Some military counts. Yeah, really good KD for us. Of course, we had really expensive units versus he had a lot of archers and spearmen, men-at-arms. He did have the spearman tech, I believe, where it was reducing our army, the -1/-1. Society. Yeah, a little better on villager idle for us too. Cool. At least in that example, fast castles seem to work out. Yeah, we'll see how that plays moving forward. I think I do like that a little better than just trying to push into their manors and their landmark. They got to invest a lot of resources to get there, especially if they go super greedy and try to get all 9 of those initially. But I'm sure we'll run into it eventually. I'll be curious to see how it plays out. But if you stuck around to the end, I do appreciate it. Feel free to drop a rating, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you.